Okay, so the Big 12 championship game, we have the rematch between Oklahoma and Baylor. Now, the last time these two teams played, it was a tale of two halves. Baylor dominated the first half. They had a great first half. And Oklahoma had a terrible first half. In the second half of the game, after halftime, the roles got reversed. Oklahoma had a great second half, and Baylor had a terrible second half. And a big reason why Oklahoma won that game was because they controlled time possession. They held the ball for 41 minutes, and Baylor only had the ball for 18 minutes. Now, obviously, if you hold the ball for over 40 minutes, most times you're going to win the game. And a big reason why Baylor got dominated so bad in time possession was because they couldn't win up front. And that's mostly what happens when a team just has anytime a team holds the ball for 40 minutes, that means their team is imposing their will on you up front. Baylor couldn't win up front. So in this rematch, if Baylor wants to win this game, they have to be able to win up front. They got to be able to win in the trenches, and they got to be able to win the line of scrimmage. Because if not, then Oklahoma's going to dominate them once again in time possession. And Oklahoma is number 1 in the Big 12 in time possession. This isn't anything new to them. A lot of people think that Oklahoma's offense is just fast-paced scoring. It just put up a lot of points, score a lot of points and things like that. But a big reason why Oklahoma's offense is so good is because they control time possession. They control the line of scrimmage. And since they hold on to the ball so long, that also contributes to how good their defense is. Because their defense isn't on the field that much. Anytime you're holding the ball for 40 minutes, your defense is getting a lot of time to sit back and catch their breath. And I mean, look, they held the ball for 40 minutes. 40 freaking minutes. Do you know how good you have to be up front to hold the ball for 40 minutes in this day and age of college football? So Baylor in this rematch has to be able to win up front. They got to be able to win the battle at the line of scrimmage. And they have to find a way to run the football. That's another reason why. Baylor could not effectively run their football. Their leading rusher, which was their quarterback, Charlie Brewer, had 65 rushing yards. So if Baylor wants to be able to win this game, they have to be able to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And they have to be able to run the football. And they also have to be able to control time possession. They got to keep Oklahoma's defense on the field. That's a big reason why Oklahoma's defense has been way more better than what they were compared to last season, was because they're controlling time possession. Everybody just thinks Oklahoma's offense is just fast-paced scoring. I mean, look, they run fast-paced at times, but this is a methodical offense. They don't score as fast as many people think that they do. They control time possession. They held the ball for 40 minutes on Baylor. So what does that tell you? They were a better team up front. Baylor got outplayed and they got dominated in the trenches. And another reason why Baylor wasn't able to beat Oklahoma in that rematch was because in the second half, they were not able to close out that game. Baylor, this game is most likely going to end up being close. This game is going to be a blowout by either team. This game is going to be close. Baylor has to be able to close the game out. That's what separates championship teams from non-championship teams. The things that you always notice that separates programs like a Penn State or Michigan, teams that can't really seem to crack that barrel. They can't seem to reach that championship level. The reason why is because they can't close out games. Baylor couldn't close out Oklahoma. That's why they lost. When you have that big of a lead going into halftime, you got to be able to seal the deal. And another big reason is because a lot of people aren't talking about that, but Matt Rule outcoached Lincoln Riley in the first half of that game. In the second half, Lincoln Riley showed everybody why a lot of NFL teams are trying to get him to become their next head coach, was because he made great adjustments and he outcoached Matt Rule in the second half of the game. Matt Rule got outcoached by Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley showed to all of America why he's regarded as one of the best head coaches in all of college football. Because he came after halftime, he saw what Baylor was doing, he made the adjustments necessary, and it's a big reason why Baylor ended up losing that game and why Oklahoma won. Now, looking at my keys to victory, what both of these teams need to be able to do to win this game, for Baylor, they need to be able to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket. Now, Oklahoma fans have been really upset with this take. But that's just the truth of reality. Jalen Hurts is not as good inside the pocket as he is outside of the pocket. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Jalen Hurts, have you watched any Oklahoma games? He's been exceptional in the pocket. He's completed 70% of his passes. I don't know how many times I have to tell people this. Stats are not everything. They're not. It's several people that I've talked to that are football nerds, X's and O's guys that say that Jalen Hurts is not as accurate as stats show. So if you keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, he's not as good as he is inside the pocket as he is outside the pocket. So if you keep Jalen Hurts is not as good as a passer as the stats may lead you to believe. So if Baylor is able to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, they have a good chance of winning this game. And a lot of you Oklahoma fans are going to be mad about that, taking things like that. But that's the truth. Mel Kiper, a lot of NFL executives have said it. He's still not where he needs to be when it comes to being able to throw the football effectively inside the pocket. He's still not that he's accurate, but he's not completely accurate like the stats show. So, if Baylor's able to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, and able to find a way to somehow stop him when it comes to running the football, they got a good chance of winning this game. Now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to stop Jalen Hurts when it comes to running the football, because he's Oklahoma's leading rusher, but they're able to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, force him to win inside the pocket, and they're able to get pressure on the offensive line, able to get pressure on Jalen Hurts, they got a good chance of winning this game. Look, it's two parts to keeping Jalen Hurts in the pocket. Just because you keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket doesn't necessarily mean anything. You got to be able to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket and get pressure on Jalen Hurts in the pocket. You see, Oklahoma's offensive line is absolutely phenomenal. They give Jalen Hurts a lot of time. So Baylor's going to have to blitz. They're going to have to find out some kind of way to get pressure on Jalen Hurts inside the pocket and keep him inside the pocket. They got to find a way. Because although he has been more improved throwing the football inside the pocket, he's better outside of the pocket than he is inside the pocket. The next thing they have to be able to do, they have to be able to limit big plays. Oklahoma has a lot of big chunk plays. Baylor has to be able to limit those big chunk plays. If it's a big run or pass, it doesn't matter. They have to be able to limit the big play. They have to neutralize that Oklahoma offense and limit the big plays that Oklahoma has. Because Oklahoma has a lot of big plays that end up going for 20, 40, 50 yards. So Baylor has to be able to limit those big plays in the running game and the passing game if they want to be able to win this game. And the most important thing that Baylor has to be able to do to win this game is they have to control time possession. Look, it doesn't matter how talented you are. If a team holds the ball on you for over 40 minutes, that means Oklahoma held the ball for 80% of the game. You're not going to win a lot of football games when the opposing team holds the ball for 40 minutes. And you only hold the ball for 18 minutes. So Baylor has to be able to control time possession. And the way that they're going to be able to control time possession is they have to win up front. They have to be able to win up front. Baylor might not have the size that Oklahoma has, but they have to be able to find a way to get pressure on Jalen Hurts. And they got to be able to find a way to stop the rushing attack of Jalen Hurts. And they have to be able to stop the Oklahoma offense. And it all comes with being able to win up front. You have to be able to win up front when you play a team like Oklahoma. When you look at all the teams that beat Oklahoma in the past, what were they able to do? They were able to win up front and they were able to control the line of scrimmage. If you're Baylor, you have to be able to control the line of scrimmage if you want to be able to control time possession, and you have to be able to run the football effectively. Your quarterback beating your leading rusher with 65 rushing yards is not going to be able to beat Oklahoma. If you want to beat Oklahoma, you have to be able to run the football. And you got to be able to win up front. If you can't do neither one of those things, you're not going to be able to control time possession. Now, what Oklahoma has to be able to do to win this game is they got to be able to force turnovers, and they have to be able to score inside the red zone. Baylor has the best red zone defense in the Big 12. Now, Oklahoma, It's pretty much easy for them to score inside the red zone because of Jalen Hurts' ability to run the football, and you got CeeDee Lamb and all the talented wide receivers and things like that. So you got to be able to score inside the red zone. They also have to be able to force turnovers because that's what this Oklahoma defense lives on. I think they went like a whole entire month without a turnover until that Oklahoma State game, I believe. So Oklahoma has to be able to force turnovers, and they have to get the ball back to their offense. So the team that I'm going with to win this game, this is tough. I'm taking Oklahoma to win this game. Now, I think Baylor can win this game as well, but I think Oklahoma is just too good in the trenches. I just think they're just better up front on both sides of the football than what Baylor is. And anytime you hold the ball 40% for 40 minutes, that just shows you how good you are up front. And even though it doesn't matter what game plan, in my opinion, Baylor comes up with, I still think at the end of the day, Oklahoma's still going to end up winning the time possession battle because they're just so better up front than what Baylor is on both sides of the football. So that's why I think Oklahoma's going to be able to win this game, because I think Oklahoma's going to be able to control the line of scrimmage, and they're once again going to be able to control time possession, and they're going to end up winning this game. I think Oklahoma wins this game 42-34 is my final score prediction for this game. So let me know who you guys think will win this game down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more college football videos and content. And thanks for watching.